you an expert, entrepreneur, or small business owner passionate about helping people through life's transitions? The Fresh Starts Expert membership is perfect for you. For just $55 per month, this dynamic membership is designed to boost your business and amplify your brand. Fresh Starts is here to provide you with business development, marketing, coaching, networking, publicity, community engagement, and more. With an SEO-optimized profile, exclusive press opportunities, and weekly co-working and business coaching sessions, you'll connect, grow, and gain visibility like never before. Are you ready to elevate your brand? We can't wait to work with you. Visit freshstartsregistry.com and become a Fresh Starts expert today.
Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to nearly half of first marriages. So how do you announce your divorce? And why are divorce announcements essential to the divorce process? Welcome to a special season of a Fresh Story podcast. Let's talk about divorce announcements.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Hello, hello, hello. We're here with Christina. Christina, can you take a second and tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
All right. My name is Christina Bailey. I am a first grade teacher. I am a mom of 4 children from IVF. And also I have a social media page that I love being on because I'm a part of a community that I just love and adore, and I can be myself there.
I love that. Well, I have known, quote unquote, you for so many years. So I'm thrilled to be talking to, I think back like when you had baby number 1. So now you have 4, which is wild. And you've had quite the journey. We're going to have you come back on to do a regular episode because you have had a lot going on in the last couple of years. One of those things that you had going on was a divorce. If you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about how you announced your divorce, especially you do have a social media platform. So I'm curious about that.
So when my divorce happened, I prolonged announcing it. I was going through, I think divorce is a hard thing, especially when you don't want it, but your other half did. And I prolonged announcing it for a while. And then when I finally did announce it, I tried to make it into like a positive light and just kind of announce the facts, not get into a lot of the details. I think it's important we don't share too much that's going to offend the other person you were with. You want to stick to it mostly being about you and not about them. So I just made it known that the social media page it's been run by me for, pretty much the whole time during our marriage, but that my wife was no longer going to be on it. And the focus was going to be on me and my children. And which is, the kids have always been the main focus, I would say, since they were born. But just making it about that. And I posted, a photo of me and my kids just having fun, outdoorsy, and I got a lot of positive feedback from it.
Obviously you told family and friends that were closer to you beforehand. So was that something you did via text message or phone, or kind of how did you disseminate that information before social media?
I think a lot of it was over text message because that's just the way life is now. Most of the text messages I sent were responded with a lot of shock. Like, no, that's a joke. There's no way. You two are perfect for each other. That's not something that you guys aren't the couple that happens to. And I kind of said the same thing too, but sadly that is what's happening. And it resulted in, like a lot of hangouts, a lot of support from them. But also it's important, like you said, to reveal that to other people before you announce it social media, because you don't want to hurt any feelings. Like, why would you announce it to all these other people, but you won't announce it to us who see you every day in your life?
Yeah, absolutely. Did you do a separate type of announcement? Because you've been a teacher for many, many years. So how did you tell like your colleagues and school about the divorce?
This happened. So it was kind of downfalling, I would say, since March of 2020. So I was still in school, but since it was COVID, we weren't really at work at all. And when we were at work, we were very separated. The kids were there part-time. So it was just so much craziness that none of my colleagues really even understood what was going on. I was definitely acting different. And I know a lot of my colleagues were saying like, oh my gosh, I feel like you've lost a lot of weight. just because I was having a hard time eating and functioning and everything like that. But we didn't really have a time to connect. So I would say they didn't really find out until after I came back in the next school year, for the following year after that. Because over the summer is when things started to really get finalized and the papers and everything came through.
So we've talked to a couple other women here who have big social media platforms, and something that they've shared that is beautiful from this outcome is that a lot of people say, like, thank you for sharing this. I feel really seen. I feel really like you understand what I'm going through. Is that a response you've also gotten?
It is. I think, got a lot of negative feedback. My social media page was kind of sabotaged too at the same time. So we had, the post that I posted isn't even up anymore, and it was taken down, something that I didn't want taken down. I didn't want any of my memories taken down with my ex-wife. I wanted all those to stay up because it's a part of who I am. And I respect all those memories that we have together. And I still talk about them a lot with my children because they want to think back to the time that we were together as a family. Yes. So besides like that part going on, it was kind of half that, but then half I did receive a lot of supportive messages, and those are the people that I connected with. And actually some of the girls that I did connect with who had gone through a divorce, they actually reached out to me and we've actually become really good friends. I love that. One of them actually really got me through, I would say, some really hard times in my divorce. Like we were constantly texting each other because she had gone through something very similar.
Yeah, it's so important to have other people that have gone through it that you can just vent to, that's not on social media, that is behind the scenes. So, Christina, why do you feel like it's so important to own your divorce announcement and talk about it publicly?
I think it's important because even when I was faced for a divorce, it was funny. I was like, lesbians don't get a divorce. Like, this isn't something that happens. I don't hear about it. I don't see it. Even like everything I projected online, it literally felt like a fairy tale, and it looked like a fairy tale, but it felt like a fairy tale. That's all I saw from all the other lesbian couples out there. And I think when I was faced with divorce, I just felt so alone and nobody was out there. And I still feel like online it's not talked about enough because, like I said, we all show the fairy tale lifestyle, but we don't see the nitty gritty part. We all know that couples are bickering over like who takes out the trash and who does the dishes, but no one really talks about it enough online, especially divorce. Because I think those people who are married, they don't like understand, not trying to offend anybody whatsoever, but like I've even seen some reels where people joke about like, oh, we're still together, but we haven't gotten a divorce yet. And I think people who have gotten a divorce, who have gone through a really, really hard divorce, like speaking for me, who is still going through a lot of stuff, it's offensive. And they don't mean it to be offensive whatsoever. But I would say divorce is never something we should joke about. And that's why it should be talked about more.
I fully agree with you. I feel this on social media so much. Like, unless you've been through it, because you can't explain what a divorce feels like, right? Yeah. It's really hard to explain that. So as somebody that shared your divorce publicly, what would be some things that you would recommend somebody does do about sharing their divorce, or perhaps doesn't do with sharing their divorce?
Yeah, I'd say it's important to not share something that especially you're going to get in trouble for, because, you're making everything public online. Anybody can read it. Anybody can save it. I think it's important that you talk about what are some like good points to do, or like what are some things that got you through it, especially if you have kids that you're sharing custody with. Also realize that one day they could read what you're writing. So you want to be the role model for them, and you want to be a role model for everyone else out there who might go through a divorce. And also make it known that you're open to talking to people through it. I've had a lot of people DM me just asking for like, what can I do? I just feel like I've hit rock bottom. Like, I don't know how to come out of it. Time is what I always say. Like, time is such a huge thing, and it's so hard to be patient and wait for it. But time really does help your brain and everything else heal.
Yeah, and divorce can take a long time too.
And I don't think people realize that. Yeah. No, the movies don't show that.
No, I remember being like so impatient, and my sister was like, it's only been, X month, whatever. And I'm like, I feel like this is never going to end. And like that, it's hard. I tell a lot of the people I talk to about divorce, I know it's hard to hear it now. It will end, but it can take a long time. So where can people find you? Because you have so many beautiful life things happening right now. So where can people find you?
It's kind of a mouthful, but Baby Bailey Mama Drama. And it's pretty funny because I used to say like, oh, what mama drama do I have? Oh no, I got a lot of drama. So you can remember me. It's my last name. I've got a lot of babies. So
it works out. Four beautiful little babies, and we'll link to everything. Christina, it's a pleasure to talk to you. And thank you for always being so honest and real and authentic, because people do look up to you. And I always say, when you do have a platform on social media, it's really important to be honest and share the real stuff of life. So we appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to today's episode. A Fresh Story podcast is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the first and only platform for everything you need to begin again, from home items to Hype Team and everything in between. You can learn more and read today's show notes at afreshstory.com.
Are you an expert, entrepreneur, or small business owner passionate about helping people through life's transitions? The Fresh Starts Expert membership is perfect for you. For just $55 per month, this dynamic membership is designed to boost your business and amplify your brand.
I'm Nikki Innocent, and I'm a Fresh Starts expert. The Fresh Starts expert membership is different from other products or services in this realm because it covers everything. It covers your ability to be supported by a community if you are a small business owner or a solopreneur, by having daily ways to connect with other people in the entrepreneurial space, even if they're in a different industry. There's coaching, which is next level coaching on a lot of ways. They offer the ability for you to be held as the individual you are, the business owner you are, and the vulnerable person you are, just operating each and every day. So that is wonderful. The products themselves, the press alone is something that I recommend for people to join the membership around. If you are looking to build out your public profile, if you're looking to understand what people care about in the industry that you're working in, the press element of this membership will give you that. You also have the amazing support of Olivia and Jenny, who will be able to direct you and highlight the parts of what you are doing that the world needs to hear more about. And oftentimes, if you are in a small business setting or you're building something, it can be really challenging to notice those things about yourself from an external view. So they do a great job of that. And there are so many other elements to this. There's a level of amplification that they do within their network to let people know who you are and what you do. There's a matchmaking energy to ensuring that you understand the other experts that are in the space that might be able to be complementary collaborators or support for you as you are on your journey, and so much more. I think there is a part of this in particular that is different than many other membership spaces because there is a very, very obvious and deeply felt sense of connection and collaboration. The competition element does not show up in this membership space. The sharing information and even talking about how competition might pop up is part of it. And it creates a new normal where we can actually rise with one another instead of looking at each other as competition to kind of leapfrog over. I think that this particular membership offers not only the individual so much, but businesses so much, and hopefully the larger landscape of how we can operate as humans that bring different things to the table. Would I recommend this membership to others? Heck yeah, I would. And I do. I recommend this membership to people all the time. And when I say this all the time, I mean everybody I meet.
Fresh Starts is here to provide you with business development, marketing, coaching, networking, publicity, community engagement, and more. With an SEO-optimized profile, exclusive press opportunities, and weekly co-working and business coaching sessions, you'll connect, grow, and gain visibility like never before.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Connell, and I'm a Fresh Starts expert. Fresh Starts membership is different from other similar products and services because it allows me to have a platform where my content is shared. It's a place where I can collaborate with others. And there's so many different membership opportunities. There's coaching, there's co-working. Being a member of Fresh Starts Registry has impacted my personal growth by giving me opportunities to think about the work that I'm doing. And it's helped me in my professional growth by the coaching that Olivia and Jenny provide. Would I recommend membership to others? Hands down. In fact, I've recommended it to 5 people in the first month that I've been a part of it.
Are you ready to elevate your brand? We can't wait to work with you. Visit freshstartsregistry.com and become a Fresh Starts expert today.